Welcome to TRF Tuesday, 30 Mind-Body Minutes. This is the Trauma Research Foundation's weekly mini workshop series from bright and diverse voices in therapeutic embodiment. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It tells YouTube this content is valuable, and they'll show it to more people. The following session is not a substitute for, nor does it replace professional mental health advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have any concerns or questions about your health, you should always consult with your physician. We are so happy to have you at Embody the Hero Within, how 5 ancient Greek myths can help unlock your healing potential. Today's session is the myth of Sisyphus. Carry the weight of being, find meaning, and connect to the flow of life. It's my great pleasure to introduce you to the organization Trauma to Therapy, which is founded on the principle that freedom from trauma is our collective human birthright. Debbie Plow-Thieu is a marriage and family therapist specializing in trauma. She's a certified family constellations facilitator, a sensorimotor psychotherapy, EMDR, and IFS therapist. She is currently completing trainings in polyvagal theory, grief counseling, and Calfian sand play therapy. Debbie is supervising the translation of Richard Schwartz's book, No Bad Parts, into Greek, and translating Frank Anderson's book, Transcending Trauma, into Greek. But above all else, she loves singing. Sofia Vasilakos is a Greek-American psychotherapist in private practice based in Athens, who works remotely with individual clients. She's an IFS therapist, a certified yoga teacher, and has received extensive training in mindfulness. Sophia has dedicated the last 10 years to helping passionate professionals and big-hearted entrepreneurs heal their trauma, release their self-limiting blocks, and create abundance in all areas of life. Together, they are Trauma to Therapy, and we are so happy to have them. Thank you. Take it away.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, TRF, for having us. We're so excited and so honored to be here for our second session. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Welcome back if you came to our first session, and welcome if you're new. We're so happy you're here.
Kalispera from Greece. Very excited to be here again. It's 11 o'clock at night here. We are delighted to be here again. And today, we're going to talk about Sisyphus. Sisyphus is a contradictory myth, and it has inspired many artists and writers like me. And it's just so interesting. It has so many angles to it, and it's so symbolic. So I'm sorry, my voice, I was singing last night, so it's... So the myth of Sisyphus: carry the weight of being, find meaning, and connect to the flow of life. Welcome.
So we're going to start with a short guided meditation to set our intention and to help with our exploration today. It's important to honor your pace and your experience. This is about you. This is about your journey, your hero's journey. So please feel free to make a choice where you want to pause or linger or go off track or stop at any point. These sessions are recorded, so you will have access at another point in time. So with that being said, we'll start with our short meditation. So take a moment to really get comfortable, adjust your seat, settle in. And if it feels right, you can gently close your eyes or soften your gaze, noticing your breathing, your feet on the ground, your body supported by your seat. And as we sit here together, we see in our mind's eye a mountain, its magnificence and grandeur filling our view. We see warm rays of sunlight shining down upon us, igniting our inner strength and passion for healing and transformation. We make out a path leading upward to the peak of this magnificent mountain, where a bright golden light flickers We arrive at the peak and see a beautiful temple surrounded by a garden and a flowing body of water. We see the Olympian gods gathered in a circle, seated around a fire. They greet us as if they know us, as if they have been waiting for us to return all along. All 12 gods, from Zeus to Athena to Poseidon, welcome you, embrace you, and offer you a seat to join their circle. Feel their unconditional support and guidance. They are parts of us, existing across time and space, and they have appeared in many ways, in many cultures, in different forms. They are parts of our collective self that connect us to ourselves, to each other, and to what lies beyond. They animate the multitudes within us. They are here to give us whatever we need to embark on our hero's journey, to cross the threshold between dark and light, chaos and order, separation and oneness, ordinary and extraordinary worlds. Take a moment to allow any images, messages, insights, or healing to emerge within you. Express gratitude for whatever does or doesn't come yet. Notice any shifts in your body or transformations that may have occurred. And as we sit here joined together, Debbie will guide us through the myth of Sisyphus, and she can take it away.
Thank you, Sophia. I'm going to briefly introduce the contradictory myth of Sisyphus, Sisyphos in Greek, as it's traditionally told. You're invited to track with curiosity any thoughts, feelings, or sensations that may arise. So here we go. In the ancient Greek myth of Sisyphus, we encounter a tale of struggle, audacity, and determination. Sisyphus, a cunning and smart, but not wise king, dared to challenge the gods themselves. Sisyphus' most famous act was tricking and chaining Thanatos, the personification of death himself, which effectively prevented people from dying. These upset the natural order of life and death, causing great chaos and suffering. Eventually, Ares, the god of war, intervened and freed Thanatos, restoring the balance. But Sisyphus' audacity caught the attention of Zeus, the mighty king of the gods. Zeus devised a punishment fit for this defiant mortal. He condemned Sisyphus to an eternal task, one that would test his resolve to the core. High up on a mountain, Zeus commanded Sisyphus to push an enormous boulder up the steep slope. It was an arduous task, as the boulder seemed to resist his efforts at every turn. But Sisyphus was relentless, refusing to surrender to his fate. With every mighty heave, the boulder would inch closer to the summit. But just as victory seemed within reach, the boulder would tumble back down, forcing Sisyphus to start again from the bottom. Undeterred, Sisyphus would gather his strength, summoning every ounce of his willpower. Once more, he will push against the weight of the boulder, struggling against the forces that sought to break him. The circle would repeat itself endlessly, for Sisyphus was doomed to repeat his task for all eternity. Yet, despite the futility of his labor, Sisyphus found a spark of defiance within himself. He refused to let his spirit be crushed by this relentless punishment. In the ceaseless struggle, Sisyphus embodied the indomitable human spirit, the will to persevere in the face of adversity. He became a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in the most futile of endeavors, there is strength to be found. Overall, the story of Sisyphus has resonated with thinkers, writers, and artists across centuries due to its exploration of themes like absurdity of existence, the search for meaning, and the human capacity for resilience in the face of adversity. This is a very, very powerful myth, and we would like to invite you to put in the chat any words that come up or that came up without thinking. Whatever came up, just you might want to put it in the chat. And Mary will help us. Yeah.
Strength of purpose. Resistance, futility, struggle, overcoming, determination.
Wow. Strong words.
Persistence.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mary. So,
rat race.
I'm sorry?
Rat race.
Oh, rat race. Okay. So, with the word that came up as a wise guide, allow yourself to close your eyes if you like, or soften your gaze and bring your attention to your body, noticing any sensations or areas of tension. And take a moment to breathe into any areas of discomfort that may need support and nourishment.
We know that traumatized individuals lose their ability to both make and attach meaning to their lives. Meaning making is a basic foundational orienting system that's integrative. And without it, we feel lost, we feel disoriented, unable to move forward, unable to evaluate danger, and stuck in heavy distress. So we're inviting you here to visualize a symbolic representation of your trauma, your personal struggle, to try and find meaning in a way that makes life feel worth living, as a metaphorical boulder that you have been pushing uphill. Try and experiment. See if you are aware of the boulder, your boulder. And if you are, check and see if you approach it logically or emotionally. Take some time to really visualize and sense into the weight and magnitude of this boulder, acknowledging its impact on your life and well-being. And if it feels right for you at this moment, we're inviting you to embody the traumatized part of you that is caught in what seems like an eternal struggle in search of meaning, resembling a heavy burden uphill. You may use your posture or movement to help you connect to your inner Sisyphus. So imagine pushing the boulder of a meaningless life uphill. No one can carry it for you, right? It's completely yours to carry. Slowly bring your attention to the sensations of resistance, to any struggle that may arise within your body. Perhaps you're hunching forward, curling inward under the heavy weight of that boulder. And you may even stretch your arms upward to sense the boulder on your shoulders and back. You may notice some shallow breathing, heaviness in your body, imagining your feet trembling or shaking. It's a general deep exhaustion. And just pause wherever you are. Really getting what this heavy burden is like for your inner Sisyphus. Breathing with what's there, what's here, as you sense into this boulder that's yours. Its size, its shape, its weight, its relationship to your body. Appreciating and honoring whatever has revealed itself to you in this journey of bringing the unconscious sensations into consciousness. Now we're going to invite you to lean into a transformative shift in your experience. Because for traumatized individuals, life doesn't seem to offer a choice. It feels like it's predetermined, pre-planned, as though these individuals are being punished to live for eternity in an inner, harsh, psychic place, helpless, trapped, unable to escape their predicament, their boulder. What would it be like to get to the peak of the mountain and pause, giving your inner Sisyphus a choice to either continue carrying the boulder or to let it go, set it aside, or even throw it over the edge? So we're going to invite you again to really embody carrying this boulder and experiment with holding it physically over you with overstretched arms. And then looking at it or sensing into it and deciding whether to let go of the boulder or not. It's totally up to you. Try opening your arms up overhead and then relaxing them as though you are releasing the boulder. Again, what's it like to hold the boulder, hold it over your head and shoulders with your arms outstretched, and then letting it go with your arms open and falling gently to your sides. Take some time to do this at your own pace. Again, if it feels right, try this movement as many times as you'd like in the next few moments. Really sensing into the contraction or strain of holding the boulder. And then the expansion of opening and releasing it as your arms gently fall to your side. Noticing the sensations of contraction versus expansion. This is the natural rhythm of life. Now you have the choice to be part of that. And as the boulder rolls back down the hill in your visualization, you have a choice to embrace or resist the journey of your inner Sisyphus. The name Sisyphus or Sisyphus with Greek pronunciation in ancient Greek can be broken down into two words, Theos and Sisyphos. Theos means God in ancient Greek, and Sisyphos means wise. So Sisyphus was considered a beholder of divine wisdom in ancient Greece. Perhaps we have historically misunderstood what the ancient Greeks wanted us to know about Sisyphus. Maybe he was not, truly condemned, doomed, or punished. Let's not forget that he did reach the peak of the mountain. He did get there an infinite amount of times while shouldering the eternal burden of his existence. So he was known as the beholder of divine wisdom, not by chance, but because symbolically he rides the waves of contraction and expansion, strain and release, holding and letting go. He harnesses that innate rhythm. His struggle has an order, a direction, a subconscious internal choice, and thus meaning. And even our breath reminds us of that ebb and flow that is our life force. In some interpretations of the myth, it is believed that every time Sisyphus reached the peak of the mountain, the closest point to the heavens, he was not punished, but he was in fact honored by the gods. They blessed him by helping him release the burden and then sent him back down the mountain to the earthly plane to help others see what's possible with their boulders and to reach their own peaks.
Beautiful, Sophia. Thank you so much. Wow. Take a moment to express gratitude for the strength and resilience within you. And you may want to send some appreciation to your inner Sisyphus, who is one of the many heroes within you. And slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment when you're ready, wiggling your fingers and toes, and gently opening your eyes if they're closed. Whenever you're ready, we're welcoming you back. If during this visualization, the word that we started with changed, we invite you to put it in the chat.
Abina says, you have such a beautiful, tender way of guiding. Thank you so much.
Thank you for following along.
Some new words coming up now are release, choice, peace. If you have comments about today's session, we'd love to hear them. We have just a couple of minutes, and we'd love to share them with Depi and Sophia. I've been enjoying this series so much. Thank you. Abina says, it's really wild to notice the weights we carry around, for sure.
Yeah.
Iris says, a wonderful description of the inner strength of holding and releasing burdens. Thank you. Anne says, never heard of or considered a positive interpretation of Sisyphus. Very interesting. Misty says, it reminded me of my battle with my addiction. Happy to say I have been clean for 3 years.
Oh,
Yay, Misty.
Wow. Yeah.
oh, amazing. Yeah.
Janelle says, deep gratitude for the insights I've gained. Your presentation is so beautifully articulated, offering gentle release. Thank you. Jim says, the choice to release was not apparent to me in the 70s, discussing Camus Sisyphus. Yeah. The new perspective that you help us see through these myths, about the myths, but also about ourselves, is so profound.
Thank you. You know, these boulders, these heavy burdens are usually unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And when something is unconscious, we don't have a choice. We don't know how to handle it. We're not aware of it. So just making it conscious gives us a choice, gives us a way of dealing with it.
Yeah, for sure. The power of reframing. Yes, definitely. Iris says these are deeply seated boulders.
Mm-hmm.
They are. Sophia Depi, thank you again for another wonderful presentation. This was a great session. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you to our audience for being here today. We look forward to seeing you at the next session when the topic is the myth of Minotaur and Theseus. Step into the labyrinth of integration, loving and liberating the repressed parts of the psyche. Big thank you to the audience. You know, we offer this program for you. We're happy to have you, whether you're new to our community or you've been with us for a while. We're so happy you're here. Everyone can find past sessions in the TRF Tuesday library. Just look at the resources tab on our website. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.